Good morning. Today we are going to study with a new topic which is known as margins and padding. Can anyone say that what do you mean by margin? What do you mean by margin? The margin is nothing but it's just a space. Margin is nothing but it's just a space between your two contents. Between your contents. The space between your two contents. Like example C1 and C2, you have whatever the space which you have in between C1 and C2. For that we are going to call it as an margin. Understood? Margin is nothing but it's just a space between the two contents which we are going to call it as an margin. Is it clear what do you mean by margin? Next, they can be a top, bottom, left, right margins. If I want to be specified, like example, you think this is your window. Now I want to write hello. My hello should be specified from the top margin. It need to have 8 pixels gap. From the left, you need to have some 8 pixels gap. From the bottom around, it can think that around 60%, 60 pixels. Around the left, you have around 20 pixels gap. So here you can place it your high here. So that they are specifying the sides, top, bottom, left, right margins. Where margin is nothing but it is just a space between your contents. Next, how you can specify it this in the sense it can be specified either in the form of pixels or inches. Either you can specify in the numbers can be specified either in the form of pixels or in the form of inches. Okay, now we will see one code for that. Margin, open with. See, you can check it out here where there is one text and I have another one class P1 method. Sorry, P paragraph tag class is equal to method 1, P class is equal to method 1. You can check it out. There are two elements where I need to be specified. The space in between these two contents or these neighboring contents which we are going to call it as an margin. Okay, here I have specified border style colon solid and rest margin top is an 80 pixels, 60 pixels, 30 and 70. Now can anyone say that what type of selector I have used in your code? In this code, what type of selector I have used? Can anyone guess? Class selector I have used. Okay. Close it. Double click. See. Whatever the margin you have in between from these two contents that we are going to call it as a margin. Was it clear? Is it clear for everyone what do you mean by margin? Yes or no? If it is not understood, I'll explain it once again. Hoping so there is no response, so I will continue with the next topic. Padding. Can anyone say that what do you mean by padding? Can anyone say that what do you mean by padding?
Gap between two tags.
Padding is nothing but where it is a space between the content and the border. Like example, you think this is your border. Now I want to place a content. Usually it will be here. I don't want like this. So now I want to specify the space in between. Like if I want to specify like this, from the bottom I need to have some space from the left, top and the right. Whatever here we have, whatever the space between around the content which we are going to have, that is called your padding. That is your padding. Have you understood everyone what do you mean by padding?
Yes, sir.
Padding is nothing but where it is a space between the content and your border. Next, the same way here we have the different styles, top, right, left, bottom. And the same thing we can specify this, the value of this properties in the two ways. One is your pixels, another one is your inches. Pixels and inches. Now we will see the padding code. Open this. I have one element. For this element, I need to specify the padding. So I have specified from the top, it need to be 70 pixels, 50 pixels from the bottom, 120 pixels from the left and 60 pixels from the right, where my border is solid. In the sense, the space between around the content and the border, it is going to be just change. I'll show it here. I'll double click on it. See, from the left side, I have some space and everything. If I'm not giving the space, this padding, if I'm not giving, just you can cross verify with it how it is there. The whole border has been wrapped the content. The whole border, it has wrapped the content. If I don't want like this, just you need to specify these properties and then you can cross verify. Is it clear for everyone? What do you mean by padding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm moving to the next topic, which is known as how to apply the images in the background. Okay. How to apply your images in the background through CSS. Through CSS, how we need to apply your background images. Okay. Now, can anyone say that what is the property name we have to use to apply your image as a background? Okay, leave it. If I want to apply color for my background, what is the property name?
BG color.
BG color or background hyphen color we are going to use. The same way here we have one property which is known as background hyphen image, where you can check it out. Background hyphen image is a property where you can apply your image as your background. This is an attribute where you are going to use. Now we will see some part of the code. Background image colon URL. See, this is a parameter we are going to use. I mean, a function where we are going to use to extract the location of your image. Must ensure you have to specify in this format. So here we are going to store your image. Next, background hyphen repeat. If I want to repeat the images, then I need to make use of repeat. If you don't want, you can make use of no repeat. If you want to repeat your images in your horizontal format, you can make use of your repeat X. In your vertical, then you need to make use of your Y. If you want to repeat the images in this format, you can make use of either repeat X or repeat Y. If you want to repeat the images in whole background, just you need to make use of repeat keyword. Next, the background position, either in the top, bottom, left, right, you need to be specified. And then this is your close. That's it. The whole thing will be applied as a background. Here you can check it out, where typically images, some content I have written, where I want to place my image as a background. So if you want to place that image as a background for whole web page, that you have to apply for your body. So I have applied this properties in my body tag. Background -image : URL, where I have extracted one image and I have said repeat is equal and no repeat. Why? Because the image which I have selected, it is in already it is in the full-fledged width format. So 100% width format. So I have not repeating. So I'll double click this. You can check it out. The whole image is width. I mean, completely set it out. Right? It is not a small image, so I'm not repeating it. Is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Anyone have a doubts regarding this margin, padding, how to apply image as a background through CSS?
Sir, can you show for repeat?
Sure, I'll do it. See, this is the way we got it. Your image is in the repeated format. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we're moving to your next topic. CSS text styling. Earlier, we used to apply your text to your tag itself. No, now we are applying your in the form of CSS. That's it. Just we are writing whatever your properties earlier, no, that is just shifted to your header part. That's it. There is no any changing of your or properties. Font families. Like example, if you have written your content, hi, hello, either in your P tag, closing of your P. Now I need to apply in your CSS. So what I'll do here, either I'll make use of any one selector. So I'll here use class selector and I'll write it P1. I'll close this. So I'll apply for everything. P dot so and so, class name, font family, either Arial or Times New Roman, either Cambria, Bookman old style, or anything. I'll make use of it here. Font sizes. Similar this. Font hyphen size will be your property name. In what way you need to apply? In the sense, just you need to make use of either pixels or the percentage, either is in the specifications of your characters, like small, medium, large, and XX large. Where small, medium, large, and XX large, for this there is your predefined sizes. Predefined sizes. You need not to, you should not change it. Next, font variants. What do you mean? Can anyone say that? What do you mean by font variants? Can anyone say that? What do you mean by font variants? Font variants is nothing but just you need to be specified either in the normal what text you have given or like this, or it can be a caps. I'll show whether. Not written. I think the code for that we'll see later. Font styles. Font styles. Can anyone say that what can be the value of your font styles? Yes, can anyone? What are the font styles which you have studied in the previous topics? Font styles, either it will be your italic, bold, normal, or oblique. Similarly, in the previous times, font styles, you have used your tags like this. Strike or like this. Now we are applying your property with your property name and your value. That's it. Where font styles will be your property name and this will be your values.
So,
Yes.
your screen is not shared, I think so.
Wait. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Font styles, font hyphen style colon, normal or italic oblique. Earlier we used to use your tags to specify your font styles like I, B, strike or like this. Now we are going to use with your property with your value. That's it. Next, font weights. What do you mean by font weights? Can anyone say? Font weights are nothing but the bolder thickness of your content. It will be normal what you are going to write it. Normal, bold, bolder and lighter. These are the values which can be applied for your font weight. Text decoration. Can anyone say that what do you mean by text decoration? We used to go with your strikes like this. The same way here also for text decoration, we have line through, in the sense strike off, underline, just it will underline your content, overline and your normal line. Understood? Line through will be your strike off your content, underline will be your like high. It will draw your line above your content. Overline, in the sense it will draw, overline it will draw above your content. Underline will draw above, below your content. Normal, it will be normal. There won't be any line or any strike off for that. Understood? Line through in the sense it will just a strike for your content. Underline in the sense it will just give one line under your content. Overline in the sense above your content there will be one line. Normal in the sense as it is how you are going to write your text, the same way it is going to be get displayed. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, alignment of text. Alignment of text. Earlier we used to use text alignment. The same way here also we have left, right, center. This will be your property. Earlier we used to use a tags like left, center, right, text align hyphen we used to use the same. This is also, but we are applying in your CSS format. That's it. Next, this is all about your text styling. Everything is clear for everyone? Everyone have understood? Yes or no? Are you people there in the class?
Yes, sir.
Shobita, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Arpita?
Sir,
Bakshi? Have you understood?
yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. Next, I'm moving to your last topic of your first module, which is list. In the sense, earlier we used to use OL, LI like this, no? The same way here, we have to apply your lists. Can anyone say what are the different types of lists we have?
Ordered and unordered.
Exactly, ordered and unordered. What is that property used in CSS for list? Like if I want to apply square, what is the property we have to use? If I want to use square to list, what is the property we have to use? Come on, anyone? List style type. This is a property where we are going to be used. Like mentioning of your list, we can make use of square, dash, or circle, or ellipse like this we are going to use. No? This is the property where we are going to use. Next, the values for unordered list are circle, disk, square, and none. If I want to mention the circle for your list type, so we need to make use of just a colon, and you need to make use of circle, or you can make use of disk, or you can make use of square like this. When you use like this, automatically at this position, what you'll get it, you're going to get your circle. At this two, the two will not get, you're going to get your circle if you use your circle. If you're using disk, you're going to get your disk. Next, the values for your unordered list, for your listed style type is decimal, upper alpha. Upper alpha in the sense, can anyone say it is your alphabets, capital alphabets, A, B, C, D, E. Decimals are nothing but 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lower alpha, small letters, A, B, C, D, E. Upper Roman, capitals. Like this. Lower has it as I, 2 eyes, and 3 small eyes. It will be like this. Just you need to place this lower Roman here. Like if you want lower Roman, you have to mention your lower Roman here. That's it. Earlier, we used to specify this in your tags like OL type is equal to lower hyphen Roman. like this. Now this thing is going to be changed. What? How? In the sense, OL class is equal to some name. In your header part, OL dot some name. Here you are going to refer list style type is equal to some value. You are going to be specified. Is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who have a doubts regarding of your lists? Anyone have doubts regarding of your lists? Next, if I want to specify for your ordered list like this, you have to be specified. For tags, if you want to be specified for your tags with your CSS, then you have to make use of OL, open your flower parenthesis, decimal, upper alpha, and like this. If you want to be specified for your unordered list, you have to use UL, open parenthesis, list hyphen style hyphen type colon. You can make use of either square or circle and close your flower parenthesis. This is for your unordered list. This is for your ordered list. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll show one example for you regarding of your list. First, I'm writing of the outer layer of your structure. Okay. Now, in your header part, now we have to apply, or first what I'll do, first I'll mention it here, some field content. Following are the fruit names. I'll write it and I'll close my H2 content. Now here, under this, I'll mention my list. I'll make use of unordered list. OL, sorry, LI, some mango, LI, apple, LI, orange. Okay, this is what my. Now what I should do, I need to apply the listing. Like I need, if I want square, what I should do, I need to go for header part. You need to write your style part, style structure. Under this, I need to mention it. So what I'll do, wherever I have UL for this, you need to mention your list like list hyphen style hyphen type colon square. That's it. Close it. I'll do here list CSS. Strong. Save as all files. List CSS dot HTML. I'll go back my document. I'll open this. Here you can check it out. My squares have been got it. The same way, if you want to apply for your ordered list, if you have OL here, just you need to change your OL here. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose example, for each list you have to be specified different style property, in the sense at that time you can make use of li class is equal to, I'll make use of square this. Here I'll make use of class is equal to disk. Here I'll make use of class is equal to circle. Okay, now what I will do here, li dot, I have squared, open my parenthesis. In this I'll specify list hyphen type, list style hyphen type colon square. Okay, the same way if you want to make use of disk, you need to change your disk, and here you need to mention disk. The same way for your circle. If you want to specify different circle, then you need to change your circle. Circle, square, and disk. Now you go back for here. Now it is square for everything. Now you can check it out. It is different. First one is square. Second one is disk. Third one is circle. Like this, you can change it. Everyone have understood about this list in CSS? Yes, everyone have understood?
Yes, sir.
We'll wind up today here and we'll continue with the next class. Thank you.